Hi, we're AudibELLE. Our project manager is Dr. Emily Johnson, and I'm Matthew San. I worked on project management and also the backend.
Hello, my name is Jesus Carballosa Arteaga, and my role was gameplay design and implementation.
I'm Tyler Fung, and I worked on level and game design.
Hello, my name is Nathaniel Avrileman, and my role is scripting.
So Elle is a language learning platform created by Dr. Emily Johnson. The whole point of it is that it allows instructors to create words or phrases that they'll have their students learn in these games. The games have many different modalities. There are VR, AR, web, and even mobile games to be used. And it's designed just to be as simple as possible for students. We specifically focused on the VR platform, where we worked on the hub world and getting two other games, High Rise Hell and Hell's Kitchen, more compatible with modern versions of the Quest system.
What's missing from the other VR games is a way to associate spoken words with physical objects, as well as having all the VR games available in Elle into one build.
Our solution is AudibELLE, a VR-based minigame utilizing existing Elle infrastructure which prompts students with audio cues to locate physical objects in the VR space. Students will become a store clerk selling items based on a customer's verbal request.
Alright, so to nail down our requirements, we're going to add a VR minigame to the existing VR hub. We're going to allow players to customize their own avatar hands. We're also going to save all the progress to the Elle website so instructors can monitor and track their students.
So while we're developing Elle, there's a few things we really want to make sure to focus on. That would be first and foremost developing listening comprehension skills of any spoken language. Additionally, we also want to utilize the existing Elle infrastructure as much as possible. Make sure, as we said earlier, that this game focuses on association of spoken language and physical objects. And then we also want to make sure that we maintain that the system is easy to use and for instructors to add and assign content for their students. And finally, we want to make sure that it's simple and comfortable even for non-VR experienced students to use.
One of the new functionalities that we created for the LVR Hub World is a new hand menu where users can select and customize which skin tone they want to use during gameplay. These skin tones will apply to the rest of the games as they are connected to the API. So this is what the user sees when they enter our game, AudibELLE. So first we're going to be entering quiz mode, selecting the colors module, and basically quiz mode is where a user is given a select amount of terms and their goal is to get as many terms as they can correct. So we can see that these bags spawn onto the shelf and these are spawned in with images that were uploaded through the Elle website. And these shells here use sockets to hold these bags in. So if the user wants to place a bag back onto the shelf, it quickly just snaps into the shelf, making it easier for gameplay. So we can see a ghost/customer came into the store and spoke an audible term. But in case you or the user missed what the ghost said, we have a replay button that will make the ghost repeat the word that they said. If the user accidentally throws an item outside of the zone, the bag will respawn onto the shelf. Now, if we go and grab the correct bag to place in the submit zone, which gives the bag to the ghost, we can see that that was the correct answer and the ghost will now leave the store since they are satisfied.
Naranja.
So, if the user were to get a term incorrect, the submit zone will turn red and the user has 3 tries to get this answer correct. So we could go ahead and get the answer correct now.
Amarillo.
The user has 3 tries to get the answer right. If not, the ghost will leave the store and the term will be marked wrong and the user will not earn a point for it. One of our other related fixes for the VR Hub Worlds was making sure that this previously existing pause menu worked correctly. Previously, it was not working on the other games, but now users can pause, leave, and resume on all games. Another thing we can mention about our game is highly flexible. As long as the professor uploads a picture, audio, and an answer, they can pretty much do whatever they want with our game. For example, they could ask questions and ask longer phrases, so our game is very flexible. And now we'll show the rest of the gameplay playing through the quiz mode.
Blanco. rojo, rojo, gris, negro, morado,
As we can see, the score is now displayed to the user once the quiz mode is after. And as shown before, we got one term incorrect, so the user scored 8 out of 9 terms correct.
So this is how we would go about actually pulling up the results as an instructor. So first you select VR, then you can select today just so the results are more specific, and then you hit search, and on the website, and then you can see here's the actual game that was just played, and all the data associated with it. You can see what was correct, what was incorrect, and yeah, that's everything.
Another feature we have for our game is Endless Learner Mode. This mode allows students to continuously go over the same terms over and over again to fully memorize these terms, as opposed to quiz mode, where they're limited to the set amount of terms and the game mode ends once they finish those terms.
blanco,
The user has this green button over here to exit Endless Learner Mode once they feel like they are satisfied. An improvement we made to the LVR Hub world was replacing older assets that had high polygon counts with new assets that had lower polygon counts. This increased frame rate and overall increased performance. On the right, you can see the updated polygon count, and on the left, you can see the original polygon count. Here's some additional footage of the other VR games that we got working all in one build. Previously, some of the games were not working on certain builds, but now they are all compatible on this build.
blanco, morado, naranja, negro, gris.
So ultimately, as you can see, we succeeded with our goals in AudibELLE. In the end, AudibELLE is a complete game that is stable, and we have an actual connection between spoken language and physical objects. Additionally, we also went back and added stability to existing aspects of the VR ecosystem, as well as fixed other aspects of the overall L ecosystem. So we succeeded in our project. Thank you very much.